Hello, in today's video I'm going to show you how I made this over-the-top page tuck spot. Now it looks like it could be very difficult, but it couldn't be easier. So if you want to see how I made this, come on back. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. Hope you all have a wonderful and creative day, and I'm hoping today's video will inspire you to go out and create some of your own over the top of the page tuck items. All right, so like I said in the intro, it looks like it could be difficult, but it couldn't be easier to do. And I'm going to use up some stuff that I have laying around. I'm using some of the 4.5 by 6.5 cards here. So 4 by 6 would probably work too. I've got some 6 by 6 paper. So if you got a bunch of 6 by 6, nice thing to do. And then I'm finally going to use this, which I found at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and it was just, I thought would be great for backgrounds, because it just had, you know, neutral colors in it, and it came out that I was correct. All right, so let's show you what I did to make these. So simple. All right, there is a journal card tucked in here. There is a journal card tucked in here. It is over the top of the page, so the same on the back side. Journal card tucked in there, as well as a smaller journal card tucked in there. So many fun things, beautiful to decorate and fun to fill. And still leaves a little room on the bottom to put something. Oh, it looks like I laid my ink pad. Great. For that. So let me show you how we made these out of the simple papers that I showed you. All right, so we're going to start with the 12 by 12 pieces of paper. I'm not going to bring one full one out to cut, but the way that I cut these is I cut them full strips, and they are just 3.5 inches wide. And I probably could have did them 3 inches for them, but the reason that I did 3.5 is when I start with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, if I cut 3.5 inches off of it, it leaves an 8.5 inch piece, which I can feed through the printer. So I like to cut 3.5 inch strips a lot. So I've got a lot 3.5 inch laying around for other projects, and that's how this kind of started before I decided to use these. So I took a couple of the sheets of the paper, and I just cut a bunch of 3.5 inch strips out of it. This was just what was left after cutting 2 strips. All right, so that is the base, and it might be hard to see, but that is the base underneath here. So this part that makes this pocket is cut from the 6 by 6 pieces of paper. So whatever you want to have as the top pocket, you just need to take one of those, like this yellow one, and we are just going to cut it in half to give 6 inches by 3 inches. Leftover pieces laying around. And then this is these tuck spots. And this was cutting one of these 4.5 by 6.5 also in half. So a lot of just cut in halves. Cut in half, cut in half, cut a strip 3.5. Simple, right? All right, let's go ahead and put this to the side. And I'm going to show you, put these to the side. All right, so I have glued together and not decorated the first one, which was pink, because the pink is going to go into a journal. So I will show you. I do have a page in here that I wanted to put it on. There we go. All right, so it is one of those gray neutral strips with the 6 inches that are cut in half, that are 3 by 6, and it's just going to go over the top of a page. I've decided to put it on this one. I'm going to put it in before I decorate it, because I can go back and decorate it later too. All I'm going to do is glue the bottom of the flip, and it ends up being wider than 3.5, and I will show you how I got to that point too, and how I decided to do that. But I just want to get it glued in the book here, and we're going to just glue that bottom flip. Now if you just wanted to rest over your page and be able to write on the inside, that is definitely an option. You could use a clip to hold it in. gravity, something like that, but I've decided to do it this way so that I could have the journal cards tucked in. I've used just digitals that I have and backed it onto some heavier paper to make a thicker cardstock. I did make them long enough, and I'm fine with that because it looks like a tab hanging out. And for this side, I've got this airmail. And then I've got, this is one of those map pieces cut in half. Again, just inked a little bit to have it go. And we'll go ahead and put that in there. Like I said, decorate it later. And this one's going to go in this side. And we will decorate that one later. Simple, right? All right, let me show you how we make them. I've got them all pulled out for all the other journals because you know that's how I roll lately. So I've gone through and I've created, let's get the purple one here first. I've created and glued journal cards, haven't rounded them or inked them or anything. I've gone through and cut a 6x6 paper in half, and I have put a thumb hole in it, and I've gone through and I've cut my 6.5 by 4.5 papers in half for that. Now all I have to do is decide which of these that I want to use, and there's some floral in there, so I think I'm going to do, and some chevron, so I think I'm going to do the stripe. Okay, so the piece that I cut that is 3.5 wide by 12, I'm just going to fold in half, and that is going to go over the top of the page. Now, as an option, you can round them. I did round them. I thought it looked finished that way. I'm going to round all 4 sides. One of the sides we're not going to see the top of after we're done, but it was kind of hard to just do that. So it's just easier to round all 4 sides. And inking, optional. I just like to get rid of the white edge that's on there. Okay, so now we have the over the top, and we've got the 6x6 that we've cut in half. Again, optional, but throw a little bit of ink on these just to get rid of that. Okay, so for this, now you could keep it as the 3.5 if you wanted to. For this, there is still room because this is 3 and this is 3.5 to have room for it to go. But I wanted a bit more room so that when this gets put through, you could see a little bit more of possibly the decoration on it. So I'm going to spread mine out to be approximately 5.5 inches. 3.5, or sorry, 5 inches, not 5.5, because the sheet of paper that is folded in the journals is usually at least for my digitals 11, so 11 is 5.5. So if I do about oh, this one's probably about 4 inches wide, so I didn't do it as wide, so somewhere around 4 inches. Sorry, I misspoke, not 5.5. Somewhere around 4 inches is a good size to have it go. If you wanted to do 4.5, you could definitely go a little bit wider, like that. So totally up to you. All right, so how we're going to glue it down is I'm going to figure out where this goes, and I'm going to glue on the fold over. I am going to glue this down here so the short card does not come out. And we are going to glue it down. Now, I was thinking when I was making these that I have the tall strips here. And I was thinking you could cut 2 12-inch strips and glue them side by side for it, but you got to be careful, whatever paper you use, that it's going to be upside down on the back side. I also thought it was nice to cut the 6x6s in half, because then this fold part is not, there's not 2 folds there, just that is folded, if that makes sense. Okay, so now for this side, I'm just going to even it up and glue it there. Now it could be different because again, it's the front and the back page, so it's not really noticeable, but it's just easier to figure out where it goes. Glue the 3 sides down and line it up. Okay, beautiful. All right, so there is, make sure that glue didn't seep through, and glue them together. So there is the pocket for that. And again, you can't tell, but I have glued it where this ends, so it doesn't go all the way through, so it does stop. And we'll put that on that side, and that would go on that side. Right? Words, not upside down. Not that it's decorated, but those 2 are going to go in there. So basically this is done. I would just take my piece of paper, and I don't have the purple ones out here, but we can pretend this is a regular in a book. We just take it, put it over the top, glue that on the bottom, and glue that on the bottom, and then we've got our lovely little cards that we'll be able to slide in and slide in. Cute. Now it doesn't, I've been putting them on the back side, but it doesn't have to. It can definitely go on the front side too. And have the journal card slide from the inside. But if you want the journal card to slide from the outside, you would want to make sure that you have it facing the correct direction. So these that I made, the purple and the yellow one, I've got the paper on that side as well as the pink one. So I will do the next 3 where we put the paper on the other side, just to show you that it's easy to flip it around. Okay, get rid of that out of here, and got some cute digitals that'll go in there really easily. Purple's done. All right, well, I hope you like this idea. Any questions you have on this, please feel free. I try to do my best to explain what I'm doing here, but sometimes I forget things, or they might not be as clear as I would like them to be. This one I wanted to say, this was not cut by a 4.5 by 6 inch piece. This was actually from a 12 by 12 that I found that had orange in it, but I just cut a piece that was 6.5 by 4.5, and then I cut it in half to make that. And this one right here was also not from a 4 by 6 or 6 by 6 piece of paper. It was from a bigger 12 by 12 that I like the orange on the front, and I didn't care what was necessarily on the back because this is going to get glued down as a pocket, so it didn't matter what it looked like. And I also wanted to say, when I cut the 6 by 6.5, I did fold them, and I did use my circle punch to cut the divot out together. Again, they're on 2 sides of the paper, so it wouldn't matter where the hole went, but it was just for ease to do that. Okay, so this one, I think I want to do that with it. That looks like it's gonna be fun. All right, so again, we're gonna fold it in half and round the edges. Again, rounding edges is not necessary, but if you round the edges of the 6 by 6, and I'm going to take one here it'll get folded eventually for something else, but just to show you that if you round these and you put that on top, you're not going to see that the bottom is rounded, but the other side will not be. So, but if you decide you wanted to keep it even to 3.5 by the edge, this you do see pop out. So that is why I decided to go and round all of these to just make it easier, depending on which way I wanted to do it, that no matter what, it would work. Okay, so I did all those going this way. So now I'm going to go ahead and do them facing this way. Even though it seems like, now that I'm seeing it, it doesn't matter. Because no matter what, they get flipped. So okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to still do it that way. Now, like I said, this, I just felt that the gray was quite a neutral looking color, that I thought it would go well and not take away from the decorations of how these went, but just went and added some accent to them. So okay, so we're going to go to about 4 inches, 4.5. I think we'll make this one a little bigger. I like that print. So we're going to go to 4.5, which is going to be right there. I think I left my pin out too long. There we go. Okay, whoops. All right, top, side, so the tag doesn't go in, and that side. Whoops, don't slide. Okay. Now I decided to do these 3x3 from the 6x6 really neutral, so that they could also be decorated and not really take away from the look. But if you didn't want to decorate them and leave them blank, you could always go through and pick some, pick some fun prints and put a fun print on there and not really have to decorate it as much, and be able to put some sort of journal card in there, right? So again, options. And we all have a bunch of 6x6s laying around. I just decided I wanted to use this because it was in my last haul, or the haul before then, where I found the pastel paper patterns that were really neutral, that lent itself, I thought, to decorating. Okay, so both of those are in and glued, and I haven't glued the thing together. Cute, right? And that's going to go there, and you're going to stick out there, and you are going to stick out there. Super cute. I love it. All right, my teal one. Now this one's huge, but I still think it'll work. I really like that card. I probably figured I could just cut a little bit off the top if I have to. Okay, so, and on this one, I actually, the other digital I found was kind of small. I'll use this one as an example. Oh, I'll use the yellow one as an example. This is attached to the page. This card right here was going to be a little bit small, and it would only stick out a little bit, so I decided to attach it to one of those whack and stack cards that I had, just to make it a little bit bigger, so that it stuck out a little bit more. Okay, so you don't have to just use one layer for the inside. You can make multiple. All right, so I think this one's strong enough for this. Yeah. Now it's hard, you probably can tell, it must have got cut a little bit angled when I was cutting the 3.5 down. Easy to do. But again, it doesn't matter, because one's on the front, one's on the back. You don't see that it's longer or bigger. right, okay. Now, I think I like that arrow kind of facing into there. So let's do that. Okay. I'm just going to ink the thumbnail part because I can always go back and do the outside. All right, so do it about, yeah, we'll do it about there, just so that arrow pops in there. Okay. So you can see how easy this would be to mass make these, as I am, especially since the cuts are so simple. If you got the 6x6, it's just cutting in half. If you got the smaller paper pads, super simple. Now, in reality, since this is a front and back situation, I could do it this way. It wouldn't matter necessarily because this is, like I said, hidden from view for that. But it just seemed to me, and the reason I did it, I always like to explain the reason why I do things, is it seemed easier to be able to not have to measure twice and be able to just follow what I did the first time. Okay. Beautiful. I love this map. This Uncharted that I got from Hobby Lobby. There's some fun colors in there, and I love the grunginess that is with it. So very fun. Okay, so like I said, I have got this one that I'll be able to put in there, but then this one should be able to fit. See what I'm saying? Like that top of the page, this glue down here, I think even though it's big, I think it still should fit. So I'm gonna not cut it down until we go to put it into the teal book. I really think it'll be fine. And the other thing that I wanted to say that I forgot to mention earlier was that you could make these out of some neutral colors, really basic things, and be able to decorate it any way you want. I am doing it obviously for my color journals by creating ones that have colors that go with things. So you do not have to limit yourself to making them colorful. All right, so this was a piece of paper I found. I really couldn't find any red. I don't know why I was having trouble finding red in my 6x6s, but I could only find lots of pinks. It was kind of weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one. It has a bit of like lines going through there. So I think this would be fun with it. But I think it'll be still strong enough, okay, to make the pockets for it. And my ephemera for it, even though it looks kind of pink, it was, when I got the kits with the color things, this was coral, and these were the two biggest ones, so I am fine with that. That was the other reason why I wanted something a little bit darker for the page flips or over flips, just because the inserts were going to be a little lighter. Wanted a little bit of contrast for those. Okay, all right. Yeah, see, nice contrast for those, right? Yeah. Okay, all right, let's go from here. And over. Okay, move that. Gotta be careful with the straightness on this with the line. You can see if it's not straight. Okay. And to there. Oops. All right, get the glue off of there before it sticks together on me. That's what happens when you don't make stuff and just edit it. Okay, there we go. This again was scrapbook paper that I found versus 6x6 pads, because I really wasn't finding very many reds, but I might, when I get to the red journal, back this up a little bit just to give it a little bit more strength, though, because it is a little bit thinner for that. But yeah, I like them. Okay, last one. Now this is probably my favorite piece of the map one. I thought this was very cool. It went that way. It was kind of, this one had, I liked how this card had more writing on it. This one was more blank. All right, so, oh, it looks like I didn't put the thumb hole in this one, or around these. All right, so this was the 6x6 cut in half, and all I did on those is I rounded the two outsides, not all four, and then flipped it around to put the thumb notch in there. That's probably why I didn't do it when I was, whoops, when I was cutting these. I probably said, oh, I should leave one to show what I did. So there's that. And these are the cards, the map that I cut in half. And again, did not round them, but easy enough to do both at once. Yeah. All right, so those are ready to go. Inked if wanted to. And the last one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really think these are going to turn out fun. After I'm done gluing these, I'll check the time and see if I have time to decorate the pink one at least, since that's in the journal already. And we'll probably end up decorating these, put them with the color, each color's journal, and decorate them when I get to that journal. Okay. I think I like that on the outside, so we're going to go with that. And two about right there. So simple, right? But like I said in the beginning, looks super complicated. But a couple folds, a couple cuts, a couple glues, and you have a lot of place to put. Whoops, don't slide. Now, if I wanted it to slide, it wouldn't have, right? That art glitter glue will do that to you. Okay, time to close this guy up. Now this one, the ephemera that I have picked for, is another one of those postcards, but I also had this, it's a normal postcard that I've been putting in some of them, but this one ended up being a sideways one, weirdly, so I think it worked out perfectly to be able to stick inside of there. I love it. And then these will go in there. So cute, right? All right, so like I said, I'll put these with each of the journals so that I can decorate them as I get to that color. But I think I have a little bit of time. I can go ahead and decorate that pink one. So I'm going to pause the video and come back so I can gather what I want to decorate it with, so you don't have to sit with me through that. All right, I am back. So I pulled out some of my ephemera for my pink items, some washi tape, some labels, etc. So we're going to go from here. Now I think I want to add a little bit of washi tape to this. And I've got this gray tape that looks like a film strip. I thought would be kind of fun to tie into that. So I think we'll put this on there and just rip it off. Save that. I might want to put it on the other side too. We'll have to see. Actually, did I put some? Yeah, I put, that's right. I put this, whoops, scripty washi tape on that side already. Okay. So, whoops, get back on this. So I did go through, and I'm thinking I'm going to put this on there. I should have moved that washi tape over a little. And I think I'm going to add some. Okay, that got ruined. So I think we're going to add some glue. I think it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Should have tested it first. Live and learn, right? Okay, because that, yeah, that's better. I like that better. Okay, and then I had something that can go on the bottom. Oh, I've got my ticket. That's what I wanted to put on there. Yep, the ticket. If you haven't seen the video where I did the tickets on scrap piece of paper, you gotta check it out. Those are so cute. I love them. I can't get enough of them. Okay, we're gonna glue this down. And beautiful. And glue this down. Right there. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to do the other side, and then we'll glue the, or do the tags. Now I did add that washi tape here, and I did add this label. I liked it because it had that same angle on it, because that was quite upside down, quite pink on pink. But I thought a few spots of color behind it would be good. And I'm not sure if there's anything else. I know I can get some of my numbers. There's some whites and off whites. That should work. Okay, move that up. I can still sort of see the arrow. Washi tape is peeking through the top and bottom, so that's good enough. And we'll put this. All right, let's see if there is something we can stick on here. I don't have a month, day, year, but I could put arrive at 9 p.m. down there. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, put that up there. Yep. All right. Now, I think I'm gonna get rid of this seeming a little bit squish, or not squishy, sticky. Okay. All right, put this back. And back. All right, so for the journal cards, or these cards, I was thinking this could be fun here, and this going across here, and then probably put some sort of stamp there. Okay. Now these are pretty thick, so I think we're gonna use the art glitter glue. I think these were the Tim Holtz ephemera. Okay, and put that up there. Kind of blocks some of the pretty writing, but maybe I should put it down here. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think I'll put a stamp up there. One of these. Something that says something Parisy. Actually, there's one on the edge. There we go. Yeah, that'll be cute there. Okay. Love it. Okay, beautiful. All right. Yeah, simple. Nothing too elaborate, too fancy, but simple card. Tuck it in there. And well, I don't think I really need to add anything but a stamp to that. And that can go behind there. Again, sticking out I don't mind because it looks like a tab. Beautiful. And this one. I'll be able to go in here. I like how that sticks out. And then for this one, I did find, this has a little bit more of the beige on there. So I thought it could be kind of fun to use from my digital. I would do that, and maybe put that like that. Okay, I like that. And maybe a number across there. Okay, so let's get this one down. This is a sticker. It was a little whiter than I wanted, so I did throw some ink on there. We're gonna put that there. And this is paper, so we'll glue this down. Okay, and we'll glue that down. I was thinking about putting that on there, but now I'm thinking a smaller thing could go there, but numbers would be good. we go. Yeah, I like it. Just the hint of it. It was like not the rub off, but the I guess the rub off. I really like that one. That one came out fun. Okay, unexpected, but fun. Yeah, you can sort of see that there's still some yellowish pinks back there, but I think it ties in really well with that. So, okay, let's get this tucked in. And I'll put the rest of those away. I love it, with the little heart sticking out. The mail, sending love through the mail. Cute, right? I love it. I love it. And then my ticket there. And then that side, the washi and the label. And the invoice. With the deck chair. Very cute. Could probably put a little bit of washi tape on there. But I'm thinking not the, I'm thinking some of the, this stuff. Just a little bit, right? And we're glue taping that down. Oh yeah, I like that. Beautiful. Make sure those corners are well stuck. Super cute. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this project and get inspired to make your own flip over top journals. Quite pink. Quite pink. I love it though. And then we have the yellow version that I completed earlier with the tags in there. And all the other ones that we did. All the other ones that we made. I can't wait to make those. So, all right, well, that's going to be it for me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that stops by and hangs out with me as I made these. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.